Welcome back, gentlemen. I decided to buy one of my Grail watches, but I realised that I don't really like it. I'm going to open it for you and show you. Depending on when this video is uploaded, you would have seen it on my wrist in another video, so I'm really good at planning. But here's the box. It's a Tudor. I've had a couple of Tudors in the past. I've had a Ranger and I've also had a Black Bay. Now, I love the Ranger. The Black Bay is alright. I prefer the Rangers, to be honest with you. But this colourway of Black Bay has been a Grail for me for a long time. I've always seen these online. They've always been too much for me. But I seized my opportunity and I got it. Here it is. It's the Black Bay Root Beer GMT. The first time I saw it, I thought, it's a bit tacky, I must admit. I'm not one for Rolex. I prefer a variety of different brands, but I find the designs and everything of Rolex a bit boring. And obviously Tudor, with its relations to Rolex, feels a bit similar to me, so this just reminds me of a Rolex and I don't really like that. From wearing it, it feels really chunky. It's got a great weight to it, I must admit. It feels very heavy. The bracelet is a bit chintzy, purely because this link here, the top link in the lug, is solid gold, and then the rest of them are capped, 0.3 millimeters of capped gold. And then you've got the capped crown and also the capped bezel. Now the dial is nice and clean, and the lume is very good. Not as good as the Ranger, I must admit, but it's very good either way. But yeah, it just looks a bit Cheshire. I had it and I wore it in the sun, and the colours are nice, don't get me wrong, but I feel like it just looked better on the pictures. I just wish I went into a shop first and saw this, but every boutique I've been into hasn't had the root beer, so I haven't been able to see it. I think the main thing that puts me off is the bracelet. It did come with the NATO strap, and it came with like a fake Tudor strap. But I've got this Burjon, or whatever it's called, quick service kit. Doesn't have a spring bar tool. It doesn't have a fork. It just has a bigger fork where you can take leather straps off and rubber straps, not bracelets. So, what? Quality is sensational. It really does feel good. The thing that annoys me is how thick the case is. And yes, it's an automatic GMT movement. It's going to be thick. But my God, is this thick. Like, when I put it on the wrist, I love the weight and everything, but it's just a chunk. Just look how chunky that is. It's a bit ridiculous, to be honest with you. I think I prefer the more classy look. This is a bit out there, and I'll have to let you know my thoughts when I put it on the NATO strap, but I don't know. I do love the clasp on the Tudors. It's obviously the same as Rolex. It's very nice. I do prefer the T-fit clasp though. I had that on the Ranger, and what a clasp that was. That bracelet was one of the best bracelets I've ever felt. It was such good quality, and also the micro adjustments were just sensational. I wish this one had that, to be honest with you, but you can't have everything, can you? I love the bi-directional bezel. It's nice how you can spin it both ways, pretty sexy, and it has a nice click. There's nothing wrong with the quality, it's just, it's a bit out there and a bit too much for me. So that's a Grail watch, which is not a Grail anymore. These have really come down in price as well. That's why I bought one. I got it for £2,500. You could never hear of one under £3 about 6 months to a year ago, but the watch market's just absolutely crashed at the moment, so that's why I got this so cheap. But yeah, not my favourite, and I think I'm going to sell it. Subscribe, video, playlist. Don't very much.